Today we're going to talk about cold protection, how we're going to protect those tender plants with our upcoming cool season. We have some examples here on the cart. One of the most tender plants we have are Crotons, and we're going to show you how to protect that. We also have plants that as cold weather comes, sometimes plants go ahead and go to sleep or dormant. And when they do that, they do not have to be covered up, like this bush magnolia or crepe myrtles. It's going to go to sleep on its own, so there's no reason to protect it. We also sometimes have plants that people think are very tender, like annuals and these are petunias and pansies. They don't have to be protected at all. So let's concentrate on what we can do to protect your plants. We have, it's called Insulate. It's a frost blanket. It's what I have wrapped around me right now. This is total cold protection for lighter cool temperatures. If we have something down in the lower 20s, there's not much that's going to help unless you can put some kind of light source there. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this frost blanket. We can lay it over top of the plant. This is one of the few things that it's possible to lay it over because it's an insulating blanket and it's not going to transfer the cold temperatures into the plant leaves and cause destruction. We also have what's called a teepee. We can make a teepee over the plant, and then a larger type plant, and then we can drape the frost blanket over it. This would help with the exposure so that the plant wasn't touched. Or if you don't have a frost blanket, you just have regular sheets, then what you want to do is you want to make this teepee form and then lay the sheet over top of it so the sheet does not come in contact. You never want to use plastic when you're protecting plants unless you have an insulating material underneath the plastic, because the plastic itself will freeze and any leaf that touches it would burn. The other thing we do not ever want to use is we don't want to use water for cold protection. What happens is that the water has to go on before the temperature reaches 32. Technically what would happen is the ice would form as a blanket, an insulating blanket, but when you have a large plant that's very tall, the ice would build up and crush the plant. They can get away with it in strawberry fields because the strawberries have a very low profile. But make sure that you turn your irrigation system off before you have cold weather. You can water the day of, you can water the day after, you can water as soon as the temperature is above 32 degrees, but do not use water for cold protection. It will do more damage than if you don't do anything. We also have what's called a Reese clip-on. It's a protecting device. It's an insulator. Wraps around a tree, a citrus tree. This clips on and wraps around it and gives it protection from cold. It has a liquid in there that keeps from freezing. This is what you do is if you have a brand new citrus tree, it's used out in the groves quite a bit. This is another form of cold protection. It's a snap to keep your plants from getting cold this winter.